Chapter 46. I looked at everyone as they began to sit. I told every possible detail I could remember. Abel chimed in here and there with his own memories, but he tried not to interrupt my flow of words. My body still numb, as well as my feelings. The stallion looked at everyone with horror on their faces. Let's stop this together. If we fail in knowing we have done what is right. The wolf clan Alpha stood shaking his head no, looking down at the table, his dirt hands in fists. He pounded the table twice. You know the wolves won't stand down from a good fight. I'm in, so is my son and daughter. They stood in acknowledgement. Tai-Ho, the leader of the deer, stood. We had joined since the moment we captured the first tree frog. I have lost both my children to being chosen. This I will do for them. Mermaid stayed seated the longest, then stood. We are of water, not land, but we are not out of the reach of hearts ourselves. Good, then we are all in agreement. Abel, standing, finally spoke up strongly. I know I'm not going to be much help, but I will help in any way I can to help Lavender and the others. I know you will, Abel. That is why you are here. I stayed seated, my hand on my hot head. And you, Vidya? I'm in. The stallion looked proud. Good, Vidya, come with me. Please excuse us, we will be back shortly to devise the rest of the plan. They all nodded and talked amongst themselves as we left the table. He didn't say anything, he just walked for what seemed forever down thin, deep tunnels, opening door after door. I could hear every footstep he made. It echoed through the tunnels. How was this all done? Why is there electricity? Why did the herd not use it if you had it all this time for at least lights? I finally asked. He didn't turn, he just kept walking at a fast pace. It was hard to keep up. Where were we going? The electricity comes from Harald's. He just doesn't know we tied into it through the trees. He has fake trees, rocks, and a port to charge the blood tester, so it was easy enough to tie in. The trick was making sure he didn't catch the excess power use. Finally, he stopped, the lights behind us slowly fading, pointed up at a ladder for me to climb. You know the password already, he smiled. Oh, what big eyes you have. The round door chimed. I held my breath. How could this be? All the better to see you with my dear. With a whoosh, the door above me opened and some hands grabbed mine. I was pulled up, my feet no longer hitting anything. As I looked up into the eyes that pulled me from the darkness, it was Colt. I didn't even take the second to look at him. I grabbed him so hard he stiffened. How are you alive? Don't answer, I don't care. For once, Colt took his arms and crossed them around my back, putting his chin on my head. Silly filly, always crying.